dark theory about the importance behind these hanging corpses in the endgame room. Basically, in my opinion, I personally feel that this, like each and every corpse that's hanging in the endgame room here, they all are the people that are then directly manipulated to the endgame point where he has Noctis get to the throne room at the end of the game. I'll explain why. Basically, the order of the corpses goes from like left to right. So like first you have Idolus Alticant, which is like the Niflheim Emperor. Basically, Arden manipulated him to literally start the whole like campaign against Insomnia and Lucius. And basically, by doing that, he eventually, he eventually had Idolus think that he was going to be the king of the new world and stuff, and had Idolus so obsessed over the power of the Ring of the Lucia, he pretty much transformed him in the forest off screen. You know, the big demon you fight in Zegnatus Keep. And from there, it's like pretty much from that point on, like he literally had him under his thumb. Cause like even if you fight Forrest and you manage to lose to him at the very end of the game where all four of the Choco Bros fight him, pretty much freaking Arden is like, oh, what an anticlimactic way to die, as if he really wanted Idolus to die right then and there. Let's see. Going over to the next corpse in the area, I have to see the actual lineup so I can tell you who it was and why. All right. The next one is King Regis. Like literally, he manipulated Regis from the point where him and Idolus went to Insomnia, and then Arden literally put in the Regis's mind the whole thought of the marriage and stuff. Literally, all of that was done specifically to get to have Regis drop his guard so they could literally attack Insomnia and break down the wall. And then like basically this whole like turn of events, started because Arden like literally manipulated Regis into thinking that, but Regis wasn't stupid. Regis knew something was up, but at the same time, regardless of the fact, that led to the whole scene with Glauca, stabbing him. I mean, if you see King's Glaive, it'll explain it all in further detail. Next is Luna Freya. Basically, she was manipulated by the fact that Arden literally had arranged the whole marriage between her and Noctis and stuff, and basically like everything Luna did, like from like down Kingsglaive Point all the way over to the beginning, to where you actually meet her, is like literally all like Arden's doing. Like, I mean, I say it's Arden's doing because of the fact that like Luna's doing the whole pilgrimage to give Noctis the power of being the true king and stuff. But at the same time, like literally to the point where Arden stabs her, yeah, he literally set all of that in motion. I mean, probably to ensure that Noctis gets the Ring of the Lucia. I mean, everybody in the whole thing wanted Noctis to get the Ring of the Lucia. Well, except the what's up, Ravis Nox Fleury, and because Ravis wanted it for himself, but when he put the ring on, at the Kingsglaive movie, it didn't like comply with him. So yeah, that caused his arm to literally get burnt. And finally, is Nyx Ulric. Personally, this is my personal theory on this. I'm kind of piggybacking off of Final Fantasy Peasants, like Nick's video. I'll add his channel link in the description below because I actually truly believe what he's saying. That personally, I feel that after the events of Kingsglaive where Nyx died, he was like literally reanimated as Ifrit and stuff. And the fact of the matter is like Ifrit is Arden's master, and because of the fact of that, I personally believe that Arden manipulated Ifrit, and because when Ifrit started the whole Star Scourge and stuff, I personally believe that Arden manipulated Ifrit to continue wanting the Star Scourge to go on, and then when they fight Ifrit in the middle of the the beginning of the Citadel area, when Shiva kills Ifrit, she's all like, I think the quote goes as follows. She's like, Pyre burner, that heart of flame was turned to ash once. A dead fire must burn no more. That would imply that he died before. Like, if you consider the fact that the character Ifrit, like, we never seen him die before. So I will personally believe that that's Nyx Ulric being reincarnated and stuff. And the fact of the matter is, with Nyx being hung up there, he's the most recent corpse in the whole area because of the fact of the matter with this is pretty much sorry for going tinfoil hat mode on here, but I pretty much feel that like when the party defeats Ifrit, Arden was so disappointed about the whole like fact that Ifrit couldn't stop the party that he pretty much like reanimated his corpse and like kept it up to display here. So there you have it. The importance of all these corpses hanging here is literally because Arden wanted to like use them as like literal, a literal emotional playthings to piss off Noctis. Because Noctis, I don't think they've ever had a scene in like Kingsglaive or the scene before where Noctis actually ran up and met Nyx Ulric. So, and then they did say that Tabitha did say that we're gonna eventually feel Nyx's presence in this game. And here's the like first actual like end game, as in like both of those characters are on screen meeting of each other. So clearly, I don't believe it's just Ulrich's Cuckries. I believe like literally Arden like pretty much had freaking Nyx become Ifrit, and then from there, since he got defeated, that he was pretty much resurrected as a dangling corpse here. With that being said, this is Samurai over and out later.